piece is going to be in the category poetry. It's a piece written by Maine's poet laureate Betsy Sholl. The title of the piece is The World Snow Posits, and May Krieg is going to make this presentation.
Taking a thoughtful walk on a very snowy day, Maine's poet laureate Betsy Sholl thinks about her beloved brother-in-law, who once said that snowflakes aren't really random and unique, we just haven't figured out the pattern yet. As this same wonderful man battles a progressive neurological disease, Sholl seeks to understand his pain. Using the metaphor of ever-changing snow, she tells us that the human spirit can never be trapped by physical limitations. The World Snow Posits by Betsy Sholl. This morning I went running into another world where snow falls, visible time, past and future, 6 miles an hour through the graveyard, huge pines swaying like sea plants in a tide filled with white plankton, convincing me by leaps rather than logic of heights above us, where something lives in an element too light for our particular lungs. In that other world, snow always posits, though its code is inscrutable, and when its veils disappear, all we find is the hard edge of this world, and a speech without inflection, in which those thoughts flicker out. I've been listening to your voice on the phone, suggesting that if no two are alike, then difference is all that we share, and any thought can swirl into its opposite, like the word random, which your voice says means not patternless, but having one whose code hasn't been cracked. And when I think of you, the way your hand shakes, it's like my father cut halfway between body and soul in some torture of trembling, a galactic traveler partially transported when the system breaks down. Then there's your frozen face, throat caught mid-swallow, and a man like you, with 7 languages, at a loss for words. You stare at the frosted window, listening to the tone in my sister's voice, as she tells me she had no idea what sickness and worse could mean when she married you. To feel how a weakened body pulls at the mind, I try not eating, and all day growing dizzy. I've been thinking of last summer, that afternoon on the rocks overlooking the ocean, long before snow fell, before anything external made them treacherous. How you tried to hold down your hand in a pocket, then pressed it against your side as if the shake could be smothered. A wave caught us unprepared and we both nearly fell. When the next one came, you exaggerated the tremor, shaking arms and legs, rolling your eyes so we both broke down and laughed at this ridiculous condition. Against your will it seems, you are some kind of saint to whom extremity is given, in whom the spirit rises. But I keep asking something else for you, some untried, voluble ease. But that's not an option, is it? In this world where elements swirl, and sometimes the gift is hunger and trembling. Last night I tried to pray for you, as sleep fell, silently covering the steps, and in that daze I believed it was possible to collapse the long climb and arrive instantly someplace without effort or stress, where your hands won't shake, or your speech takes so painfully long. That place where you used to laugh at dinner, but they couldn't stop us from singing those songs I knew half the words to, you knew the rest. Or there you are in your lawn chair reading Tillich and Camus in the jungle, eating outside of huts whatever the people shared, cooked or raw. But pain breaks speculation, and I remember looking away last summer when you said that every morning you struggled as if knocking at a wall, and sometimes you couldn't find the passage. It was easier in prison, where the Spaniards would throw you, which made the Africans trust, teaching you harmonies you sing all night with them, unnerving jailers, so they had to admit it was not their land. Now you inhabit a scary country. Population 1. And a language that's not written but tonal, shifting constantly between blame and praise, dread and love. The kind of love we come to when everything else is gone. This strikes me in traffic, my hand gripping the wheel so tightly it's gone numb. I didn't want to remember you saying grief raises questions I tried to answer too soon, not with my whole life, which is what saints learn is required when they sit all night, knowing love falls in textures we have no language to conceive. 2 days without food and I go to the aquarium, where there are fish you can see right through, fish thinner than you. It's hypnotic, this bright flux where so little matters, or else everything does, as Gandhi or St. Francis might say. Every word, gesture, everything matters and constantly moves, floats, darts through water, comes and goes, and 2 words keep haunting me. Let go. As if I might quit trying to understand, just sway through this place, lightheaded among the opulent tanks, calm among sharks, while it snows outside, the world tearing itself into little pieces, nothing essential lost. Is that possible? All is trembling and nothing lost? What the saints all tell you is fast and pray. For what, I don't know, but I'm beginning to think it's not for relief, that no one can say what happens when thoughts drift and words lose direction. They can't explain how it is that God is not just addressed outside an object of dress, but submerged, raising bright fish in your mind, as if all the while you thought you were looking. Just the opposite. Some tide's been pulling you out of every known thing, into that invisible world where all flags surrender. As you told me you learned once singing harmonies through the night, and a language where tone alters everything. How all the while you thought you were locked up in prison. It was just the opposite. Just the opposite.